Hi guys, how are you doing? It's Kat at spiritual-candy.com with today's free online tarot pick a card reading, and it is what they're thinking about you. Okay, so today's reading is intuitive, and remember it's also general, so some of the messages may not resonate. If they don't, just ignore them and take whatever does. If you want your own private reading, it's £20 for 20 minutes and you get your reading in 48 hours or less. To book your reading, you need to check the description box below or go to spiritual-candy.com. There are also limited one-to-one phone readings, which you can also find out about on the website. Okay, so my goal at spiritual-candy.com is to help you follow your heart and find yourself. So for more free tools, please head over to spiritual-candy.com and check it out. So I hope you're all fantastic today and that you enjoy the reading and you find it fun and useful. So if you do, please like it and subscribe and hit the bell if you want to be notified of any future readings. Okay guys, so what they're thinking about you. Here we go. Hi number ones, how you doing? I hope you're fantastic. Okay, so what they're thinking about you. Okay, so this card says your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith and don't try to force it to happen. Okay, so this is about being in faith, having spiritual support, going with the flow basically. And it's interesting because the thing is that this is kind of like what they should be doing, and that their higher self is kind of very much at play here. You know, they are being supported, they are being guided, because this is coming through as like on some level that they know that they're being supported. And it's interesting as well because your desired outcome does indicate that you are their desired outcome, and that on some level their higher self knows about this, and the other thing is that they are being supported. However, what they're thinking about you on the ground, so to speak, you know, in everyday life, you know, it's interesting because again we've got double one, so it's definitely heart and soul here. There's definitely a passion here and a desire to for you, but there's definitely some struggle going on. 10 of Wands, there's a heavy burden, there's something difficult, tough in the way. There's something that's really difficult to carry. It could be a duty elsewhere. It could be that this person is going through some sort of difficulty. Say for example, a good example would be a divorce or a separation, maybe that involves a family or something, because there's definitely a sense of duty, struggle, burden, but not necessarily a horrible burden. I feel like there could also be some guilt and some struggle here in that regard. The Seven of Wands is saying that they are fighting for it, but you know, and their thoughts are that they are going to overcome the obstacle, they are going to keep going. The Seven of Wands is very much about being up against things, up against other people often, you know, other people's opinions and what they, you know, so perhaps being with you or coming towards you is not a popular opinion. You know, it wouldn't be what people would think is a good idea. I don't know, it's going to be different for each of you. But there's definitely a sense of opposition here, and that this your person is having to kind of fight to come towards you. So there's definitely a burden, a fight, a struggle to come towards you, but they are being supported, and it does look to me like you are what they desire, but there's a lot in the way at the moment. They're trying to shift it. The 10 of Wands is the end of the journey here in regards to the difficulty, so there is a kind of suggestion with the 10s that this burden or this difficulty will soon be over. So there's definitely a cycle ending, and the Seven of Wands does say that they will be victorious if they keep going, but it does require you to, if you're going to get there, it does require continuing to, in inverted commas, fight for the situation. Okay, so much love number ones. I'll see you tomorrow or on a private reading. In the meantime, please like and subscribe. Hi number twos, how are you doing? I hope you're fantastic. Okay, so what they're thinking about you, we've got Maya here. The message on here is not relevant because it's about education. Okay, so but this does have a meaning, but let's work through it. I do think that what they're really thinking about you, there's something hidden. Because the High Priestess can be about a secret that's going to come out, something that's been kind of, you're maybe being kept in the dark about. There's something that is, yeah, there's something that's in the quiet, in the secret sort of region or realm, you know. So it's going to be different for everybody, but there is something kind of hidden. And it's interesting because it feels to me as well like they are kind of wanting to keep up this mystery. Because what they're thinking about you is, they're saying it's like it's a mystery what they're thinking about you. This card is about education. So it's really about learning and personal growth in order to kind of move along your life path. It's about personal growth and it's about learning. So it is interesting because I feel like perhaps it's not really what they're thinking about you, perhaps, but more about what's going on with them. Because I feel like they're kind of, they're hiding themselves from you, or they don't want to show themselves to you, okay? Now, some of you, it's because they're hiding something. Some of you, it's because they're kind of afraid. There are many different reasons, and it doesn't have to be malicious or mean at all. But it is interesting because we've got this Three of Cups. This can be a love triangle. It can be that they're enjoying themselves, that they're having a good time. This is more other people though. This isn't, intuitively, this doesn't feel like you. It's not about having a good time with you. It's more about elsewhere. So it's interesting because I feel like really what they're saying is there's a lesson to be learned here, because they're kind of holding back or covering up, or, and it doesn't mean that they're cheating. I don't want you to think, remember it's a fun general reading, okay? It's only 3 cards, so don't panic. But equally, be very conscious of the fact that there seems to be something that they're kind of hiding, and it also feels like they're saying, well, they don't really want you to know what they're thinking about you. And they're kind of out having a good time, and there's a lesson in this. They're saying, yes, that's what. They don't want you to know. They're out having a good time, and you need to learn something from this. So, now that's going to mean different things for everybody. And I feel there's a good proportion of you who are in a relationship with someone who is maybe, you know, not respecting you enough, or not showing enough interest, that they don't perhaps, it's perhaps not warranted to give them much of your affection and time because it's not necessarily mirrored in the same way. But that's not going to be the case for everyone. So please, if that doesn't resonate with you, don't panic about it. Remember that very often with these types of readings, it's very unusual, in a general one particularly, for me to say something that you don't already know. You know, as in, you'll have a hunch, but you've maybe ignored it, pushed it down. I say it and you think, yeah, I know that already. You know, lots of people put in the comments, yeah, I know, this is so true, and yeah, I've been trying to avoid it, or I've been trying to ignore it. You see? So if this is kind of news to you and you're like, wow, no way, then, you know, maybe it's not for you. So, and maybe this message just isn't going to resonate with you. But I certainly think there's something you need to learn, because there's something, I feel that on the whole, there's something being hidden, and there's a kind of enjoyable, fun energy going on here, but it's kind of hidden from you, or it's not, it doesn't seem to be including you. And that can be for many reasons. Not all of these reasons are anything to be concerned about. They're saying that any of you who are thinking, well, this sounds a bit weird, or I'm not really very happy about this, be intuitive, because the High Priestess is also about being intuitive. So take time to meditate, be in nature, be quiet, so that you can kind of be guided to know what to do about this situation. So much love, number 2s. I'll see you tomorrow or in a private reading. In the meantime, please like and subscribe. Hi, number 3s. How are you doing? I hope you're fantastic. So what they're thinking about you. Okay, so we've got Akasha here. So this is about being a spiritual teacher and that having something to teach people. So it's interesting because, I mean, this can be both ways. Oh, okay. So listen to the message. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts. Okay. So there's some fear going on here. There's some fear, there's some awakening, there's some spiritual awakening. This could be a group that's been chosen by people who have a soul connection with someone. It doesn't have to be, but I feel like most of you are going to have like a soul learning connection with someone. And so what's happening is you're each other's spiritual teacher. So what they're thinking about you is that they perhaps feel afraid, that it's perhaps pushing them, helping them to grow. It might well be a difficult relationship, maybe a hidden relationship. It could be an affair. It can be, you know, difficult, I was going to say scary relationships. Not scary, but, you know, relationships that bring up fear or relationships that are difficult. So what they're thinking about you is that they are kind of having to kind of delve into the shadow, either because of the nature of the relationship or because of how it makes them feel. So it's definitely teaching them. I also think it's teaching you because of this soul connection. I do think that this is kind of waking you up, etc. They do have this kind of bold, forceful energy coming towards you, and they certainly want to be the hero. I certainly think they want to take action towards you. They want to come towards you. They may be erratic, because the problem is with the the Knight of Swords is that it's so full on and so forceful, but not necessarily sustainable. This person's still trying to find themselves, and also I feel like when they get really spooked, when it starts to get a bit too heavy for them, they may well retreat or rush away. So the thing is, what they're thinking about you is that it's scaring them. It's scaring them, but it's not stopping them wanting to come towards you. Okay, and they are learning from you, and they're learning from the relationship. It might not be conscious, but they are learning from the relationship. But the thing to bear in mind is that they've got this sort of really full-on, impulsive kind of energy towards you, but they've not necessarily thought it all through. So they may come and sort of give you a load of words and a load of chat and a load of ideas about how they want to come towards you, but they may get overwhelmed or fearful and back away. Or if they're in another relationship, you may find that they can't follow through, because the Knight of Swords can sometimes be very bold and a bit impulsive and not be able to actually follow through on the situation. So I hope this makes sense. So much love, number threes. I'll see you tomorrow or on a private reading in the meantime. See you later, guys. Have a great day.